Rocco, you really aren't afraid of anybody sitting in the government, not even catching crocodile. Ketchum's just a bully, said Rocco. I know all about bullies. I used to be one. I still think the worm was a good idea, said Mormon Lamb as she started up the road. The next time I see Ketchum barefoot, I'll put one in his shoe. And the gang laughed and joked together for the rest of that summer day.
Can you find another one on there?
I don't know, Rebecca. Can you see that one over there?
Will you go over and help me? Because I have to dig out those Get off!
Go, turn your hair and go. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who went out into the big world to build their house and seek their fortune. The first little pig did not like to work at all, and he quickly built himself a house of straw. And then off he danced down the road to see how his brothers were getting along. The second little pig was building himself a house too, and he did not like to work any better than his brother, so he decided to build a quick and easy house of sticks. Soon it was finished too, and it was not a very strong little house, but at least the job was done. Now the second little pig was free to do what he liked. What he liked to do was play his fiddle and dance. So while the first little pig tooted his flute, the second little pig sawed away on his fiddle, dancing his play. And as he danced, he sang, I built my house of sticks, I built my house of twigs, with a hey diddle diddle, I play on a fiddle and dance all kind of jigs. Then off danced the 2 little pigs down the road together to see how the brother was getting along. Well, the third little pig was a sober little pig. He was building a house too, but he was building his house of bricks. And he did not mind more hard work, and he wanted a stout little strong house, for he knew who was in the woods nearby, a big bad wolf who liked nothing better than to catch little pigs and eat them up. So slap, slosh, slap, away he worked, laying his bricks and smoothing his mortar. Ha, 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 shouted the first little pig when he saw his brother hard at work. Ho, 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 laughed the second little pig. Come down here and play with us. But the busy little pig did not pause. Slap, slosh, slap, went bricks off mortar as he called down to them. I built my house of stones, I built my house of bricks, I have no choice. I have no chance to sing and dance, for work and play don't mix. Ho, 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 ha, 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 laughed the 2 lazy little pigs dancing along to the tune of the fiddle. You can laugh and dance and sing, their busy brother called after him, but I'll be safe and you'll be sorry when the wolf comes through the door. Ha, 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 ho, 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 laughed the 2 little pigs again, and they disappeared in the woods singing a merry tune. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. And just as the first pig reached his door, out of the woods popped up big bad wolf. And the little pig squealed with fright and slammed the door. And shouted the wolf. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, said the little pig.
He looks like an elf.
He's a gnome. And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf, and he did. And he blew the little straw house
I tried
to
to
pieces.
find something
And
that
away.
looked more scarier than that.
Raced the little pig to his brother's house of sticks, and no sooner was he in the house when there was a big bad wolf. Of course, the little pig wouldn't let him come in. Oh, pooh, those little pigs, said the big bad wolf, and he left the little pig's house and hid behind a tree. And soon the door opened, and 2 little pigs peeked out, and there was no wolf in sight. Ha ha, ho, 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 we booed him. So they danced around the room, singing again. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. And soon they came another knock. It was a big bad wolf again, but he had covered himself with sheepskin, and he was curled up in a big basket, looking like a little lamb. Who's there? Called the second pig. I'm the poor little sheep with no place to sleep. Please open the door and let me in, said the big bad wolf in a sweet little voice. And the little pig peeped through a crack in the door, and he could see the wolf's big black paws and his sharp fangs. Not by the hair of my chin, chin, chin. You can't fool us with that old sheepskin, said the second little wolf. And he said, then I'll up and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. And he puffed and he puffed and he puffed and he puffed and he blew the little twig house all to pieces. Away raced the two little pigs straight to the third little pig's house. Don't worry, said the third little pig. You're safe here, and they are all singing gaily. This made the big bad wolf perfectly furious, and now by the hair of my chin, 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 he roared, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So the big bad wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he puffed. But he could not blow down that little house of bricks. How could he get in? At last he thought of the chimney. So up he climbed, quietly, and with a snarl down he jumped, right into a kettle of boiling water. With a yelp of pain, he sprang straight up the chimney. And he raced away into the woods, and the three little pigs never saw him again, and they spent their time in the strong little brick house, singing and dancing merrily.
What any other scary books? Huh?
What's wrong? Number 9, the choo-choo trainers.
Oh, huh.
And then teddy bear.
Wait, I want to show you one that I want to read. I want you to read Fred Flintstone.
Oh, Fred Flintstone is one book that's
Yeah, you're skipping pages.
right. I'm skipping. I don't like Fred Flintstone.
Why I like him?
You like Fred
This
Flintstone?
neighbor lady that used to live next to me, she used to read books to me. She used to skip 3 or 4 pages at a time.
Oh!
And how old are, I mean, what?
Yeah, but where do I start out on this one here?
Well, troublesome times are here, filling men's hearts with fear. Freedom we all hold dear, now is at stake. Open your heart to God, raise from the chastening flood. Seek the way pilgrims trod, Christians away. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom, trumpets will sound. All of the dead shall rise, righteous made in the skies. Going there no one dies, heavenward bound.
Let's just run that.
Who did that?
Kelly stuck that